Hey, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What's up? Yeah. What's happening? Oh my god. I watched my last video. I think it was my last one, and the audio is like so bad. It's like, it's like the whole point of a phone is to pick up your voice, but it picks up everything other than my voice. And so, I don't know. Maybe it's just my phone. Maybe just, my phone sucks or whatever. I mean, it does. My phone does suck. It's like the cheapest phone you can possibly buy. But that's okay. It works. I get to see everybody going for walks in the evening. It's funny. A lot of people walking their dogs. A lot of people have dogs. A lot of dogs need to be walked. Dogs need a walk-in. And people need to do it, I guess. Whatever. Orcish Delight. All right. Orcish Delight. It's I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay. Orcish Delight is from Ken Byron Ventures. And I don't know what other ventures Ken Byron has got going on, but one of them is running a website selling tobacco and pipes and stuff. I don't know who Ken Byron is. But I guess he's like an old school pipe guy, which is cool. I guess they're out of Tennessee, which is cool. I don't really know anything about Tennessee. I know someone that moved there a few years ago.
I think you have hamburger cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's on. It looks like it's cooking a little bit.
It's on super low.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
How was your day today? Everything good?
Yeah.
Martial arts okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Still getting beaten up.
That's it.
Jesus.
That's the name of the game. That's my dad. Fucking pipe week after Father's Day. I don't know anything about. I was not really in the YTPC last year. I've been watching like Beans 316. Beans 316. He needs like his own gang sign, like Austin 316. Did he have like a hand sign, like a gang sign? I don't know, but should have. I was really into wrestling when I was a kid, and then even in like middle school, wrestling was so cool. And then it turned into WWE, and I was like, what the fuck? I am not calling this WWE, dude. Like, that sounds dumb, So I still call it WWF. I remember when the N64 came out, there was a really cool, I think it was WCW versus WWF. I think it was still WWF back then. I'm not sure. That was a really good game. It's funny, we look back at those old games, like even, Nintendo 64, and it's like the graphics are like so bad, but like back then it was not bad at all. It was like totally awesome. Um, so yeah, I've been watching Beans 316 for a number of years, and he was the only pipe guy that I watched. Um, and then somehow maybe he mentioned somebody else, or I don't know how, but then I found more pipe people, and he always mentioned, how he says, what's up, YouTube pipe family, or whatever he says, his intro, whatever, YouTube pipe community, and I was always like, that's like a cool, like, is he just like making that up, or is that like an actual thing, And I guess it's like a thing. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Anyway, well, anyway, so I've only been actually like watching a bunch of pipe YouTubes for, I don't know, maybe the last like 6 months or something. Yeah. And I don't know what that had to do with anything. Oh yeah, Pipe Week. I didn't know anything about Pipe Week or whatever. So anyway, now I'm watching all these Pipe Week videos and stuff. It's pretty cool. We're into Pipe Week. This is officially Pipe Week. Whatever that means. It's just people make videos every day or whatever. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, like Orcish Delight. Oh yeah, Ken Byron Ventures, Tennessee. So yeah, through watching YTPC videos, I learned about Ken Byron Ventures probably like 2 months ago. And so I was looking at his website and learning about all of his different blends and stuff. And finally picked up some. And he also has like tins and stuff for sale, and some of them are cheaper than smoking pipes, which is pretty cool. um, and so yeah, I picked up Orcish Delight. It's interesting because we're trying to, in the pipe world, trying to differentiate ourselves from cigarettes, and like the whole thing about cigarette. This is like completely ridiculous. This whole notion that like tobacco is advertised to kids and stuff, like, or even like young people. I mean, maybe like vaping is, but I guess vaping has only increased. I remember when vaping first came out. I was never into it. I had one friend who was like really into it. He had the whole thing. He was like a fucking engine technician. You know what I mean? And I was just, it didn't. It was just seemed always like gross to me. I was into cigars, pipes, but but yeah, like this whole nonsense of like tobacco being advertised towards kids, and but what struck me about Ken Byron Ventures is like the people that were young now are in their 40s, 50s, and so like they were growing up with Dungeons and Dragons and like Lord of the Rings and like this kind of thing, these kinds of themes, these fantasy themes. I don't know. Then he has the whole like kind of play on like Frogmorton, you know, as kind of like a legendary tobacco. I don't know. So he very much has that as like a theme, And so I'm like, is this like weirdly advertising towards kids? But then I have to remember like, just because it's like kind of cartoony and fantasy, like the people that are into that are like my age and older. You know what I mean? We're not kids. I'm like an old man. So anyway, I like it. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. The marketing, he does a good job. It definitely attracts my attention. But yeah, this is a Balkan, Virginia Oriental Latakia, and it's an Oriental forward Balkan, and that's definitely what it is. You know what I mean? That's definitely what it is. I think from my current experience and present tastes, I would say I like more Latakia forward Balkans than Oriental forward Balkans. I like that really deep Latakia kind of like I would describe it as like a coziness, if you will. So this is good. It's not really my preferred uh, Balkan style. I'm just completely, making this up. So I don't even know, maybe this is what Balkans are supposed to be like, and maybe the stuff that I like isn't even considered a Balkan blend. They're just heavy Latakia English blends, and I'm just making this label up. That could totally be. I don't know. Um, I don't have a, I've never had anybody explain these things to me. Nor do I really think it needs to be explained. I'm going to have some of my ice cream here because it seems to be melting. So I'll be right back. Oh yeah. Mm. Yeah. Word. I'm doing another experiment. Uh, I call it trunk stoving. Trunk stoving. So I have a jar of tobacco, and it's summertime, so it gets hot, and so I'm just leaving the jar in my trunk during the day and the night. I'm just gonna leave it in my trunk for like a week. I don't know, maybe not a week. But it gets pretty hot, in my trunk here. I would assume, uh, if it's like 90 degrees outside, it's like an oven in there. And there's, no light. So I was like, yeah, give it a shot. What could go wrong? I doubt it's gonna like explode or something. So yeah, I had it in there. I put it in there this morning or last night, and so I'm just gonna leave this jar in my trunk for a few days and take it out, let it rest for a little bit, and crack it open, see if anything changed. Trunk stoving. But yeah, other than that, this has gone on long enough, as they say. I have to go to bed early and wake up early tomorrow for work. Probably gonna smoke another bowl right after this. I don't know. Yeah, good times. Good times. Okay, that's it. Have a good one. See you later.